Welcome to my repair shop. Today I have a classic on the table, namely a catsuit that we probably all have. Torn in the crotch at the typical breaking point, right next to the zipper. I hope you see this. I put my fingers under it. It needs to be repaired. In addition, the protection of the zipper in the crotch area is also broken. We'll get that back too. I washed the catsuit first because things often arrive here very oiled, and anything that is oiled cannot be glued. So let's lay it down flat for now. I hope you can see that. Now I'm measuring the crack. It is 3 centimeters long, so I need a strip of at least 5 centimeters so that enough protrudes above and below. I'm doing the strip now. 1.5 centimeters wide, because there is no point in making the patch too wide and too thick. Right next to it, it would tear again. The material of the repair strip, usually 0.5 millimeters, should not be too thick, because the latex tends to tear again at the edges of the patch. It is very important to always round off the corners of any type of patch. A sharp corner doesn't hold well and is the spot that comes loose the quickest. That's why I quickly cut the corners round with the scissors. I've gotten into the habit of always applying glue to the shiny side of repair patches and sticking them on. If something does show through, you will at least see the shiny side and not the dull stripe. This is even less noticeable. So here's the strip with the shiny side. It needs to be cleaned. And the rest should also be cleaned well. A little trick. Open up the crack a little and then clean the latex edges too. Then glue is put on it. When the crack then contracts again, a very fine seam is created that is almost invisible. So that you can see it better, I put a white sheet of paper underneath. The whole thing needs to dry out a bit now. In the meantime, I'm already cutting a strip to repair the zipper protection. 5 centimeters wide. Here too, the strip is glued on straight away. I leave out one long side, the other 3 sides are cleaned and glued. I'm going to make this a little wider, about 1 centimeter, so that it overlaps nicely. On top of the old reinforcement. That also needs to dry now. We press the crack together well because we also coated the edges with glue. Now the reinforcement on top. Roll carefully. Yes, that looks wonderful. We powder off any excess glue. As you can see, you can't see anything anymore. The crack is gone. I carefully roll over it again. There shouldn't be any stress on it for the next 24 hours. The patch will hold, but the seam that we glued together could otherwise come loose again. So no tension for 24 hours. Now let's move on. You should lay the suit out so that you can work easily. I'll put the strip next to it, and now I'll clean the places here. You should not use material that is too thin for this reinforcement. Otherwise, when opening and closing, the thin material can easily get caught in the teeth of the zipper. Cut off the excess. When applying the glue, be careful not to hit the zipper. Otherwise, the teeth will stick together, and it will be difficult to open it again. Now it needs to dry a bit. Thin material often takes longer to release the tension. If you have ideas for repairs that we could introduce, just write to me. Give me some info and we'll work it out. We always want to get better and respond to your wishes.
Einiges findest du schon in unserem Archiv. Stöber mal, schau mal rein.
I also cut the corners round on this patch. So now I'm going to stick it up here. Now I roll it tightly from the other side too. Now I made the strip a little too wide and cut it into a nice shape, as we always say in our workshop. I rolled an air bubble in myself earlier, but that can be fixed. Just a little moment. A repair should always look as if nothing had ever happened. I'm now piercing the blister from the side. So, press very lightly from the side and the air will come out. It is important not to stick the needle in from above, as this will only leave a dent. But if you pierce it on the side, the air escapes and everything stays nice and smooth. Well, the good piece is almost finished. However, the customer asked me to check again to see if there were any other damaged areas. Often in the armpits. Everything is good here. Ah, there's one more spot. We'll fix that too. I marked the spot so I can find it again. Here you can see it clearly again. This spot has already been patched once, on the other side of the zipper. Now it has torn again exactly on the opposite side. This is often the case. The movement puts so much tension on these areas. These are the typical breaking points. I lift the edge and coat it with glue again. Now I'm going to put a more generous stripe over here. If I just reinforced the small corner, it would be too thick with the existing patch. Then it tears again. Here too I clean the right side so that the repair is less noticeable. It is very important that the suit is completely oil-free. Otherwise, nothing sticks. If I have oil on my hands, it doesn't mix with the glue and everything falls apart again. Here I'm squeezing the little crack. Roll tightly. Okay, here you can see that our predecessor didn't stick so well. The seam is opening again. I use a cotton swab with glue. And squeeze the crack together. I hope you see it. Here is the crack that has already been repaired. But the edges were not cleaned and glued. It holds up that way, but it always looks like the crack will reopen soon, so it's better to do it right away. Now it has to dry again. Then I press it shut and roll over it again. Then the suit is ready for use again. Roll tightly again. Do not wash the catsuit or use silicone oil for the next 24 hours. Well, the good piece is finished. Now it is beautifully packaged and sent back to the customer. If you ever have a case like this, you can now repair it yourself. Everything you need for this kind of repairs, aids, tools, etc., can be found linked on my homepage. As always, you can find the links below the video. Feel free to leave me feedback. I'm always very happy about it. See you in the next course. Your Karin.